Ever wondered what happens when humans interact with supernatural entities in uncommon ways like breastfeeding a Tuyul? Well, buckle up, because today we're dipping our toes into the fascinating realm of the supernatural, a world teeming with entities that bewitch our imaginations and challenge our understanding of reality. One such entity is the Tuyul, a creature deeply embedded in Southeast Asian folklore. Imagine a small, childlike spirit, often portrayed as mischievous yet eerily endearing. Tuyuls are believed to be controlled by their human owners, who use them to gain wealth but not without a price. This relationship between humans and Tuyuls is a captivating study of the lengths people will go to for fortune, even to the point of performing peculiar acts like breastfeeding these mythical beings. It's an intimate act, typically reserved for nurturing one's own child. Yet here it's used to foster a bond between human and supernatural. Now that we know what a Tuyul is, let's delve into the unusual act of breastfeeding these mythical creatures. Breastfeeding a Tuyul, an act that is as bizarre as it sounds, has its roots in folklore and superstition. Delving into the enigmatic world of the supernatural, we stumble upon the curious tradition of breastfeeding a Tuyul. For those unfamiliar, a Tuyul is a mythical creature from Southeast Asian folklore, often depicted as a small, childlike being. This belief is deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric of societies that subscribe to it. Now, why would someone want to breastfeed a Tuyul, you ask? Well, it's all about the supposed benefits. Folklore suggests that Tuyuls, though mischievous, can be influenced to bring wealth and fortune to their human caregivers. The act of breastfeeding is believed to establish a strong bond between the human and the Tuyul, making the creature more likely to obey the caregiver. However, like with every coin, there's a flip side. The act of breastfeeding a Tuyul isn't without its supposed drawbacks. Some tales warn of the risk of the Tuyul becoming too attached, draining the caregiver's energy or even life force. Others caution about the moral implications, suggesting that the wealth and fortune brought by Tuyuls are often at the expense of others, fostering a culture of greed and exploitation. Cultural beliefs surrounding this act vary greatly. Some view it as a necessary evil, a desperate act undertaken in times of dire need. Others see it as an outright taboo, an act of defiance against natural order and moral codes. Yet there are those who regard it with fascination, a testament to the rich tapestry of supernatural beliefs and traditions that color our world. The act of breastfeeding a Tuyul, as peculiar as it may be, is a testament to the lengths humans can go in pursuit of fortune and prosperity. It's a fascinating demonstration of how deeply cultural beliefs and superstitions can permeate everyday life, shaping behaviors and practices in ways that may seem outlandish to outsiders. Understanding the reasons behind this act gives us a glimpse into the fascinating world of folklore and supernatural beliefs. Now let's dive into the heart of the matter, the impact of breastfeeding a Tuyul. Does it bring fortune or doom? In the realm of the supernatural, the consequences of breastfeeding a Tuyul are steeped in mystery, intrigue, and a complex blend of the good, the bad, and the downright eerie. According to folklore, the act is believed to have both positive and negative impacts, which are as fascinating as they are chilling. Let's start with the silver lining, the positive impacts. Legend has it that when a human breastfeeds a Tuyul, they form a unique bond, allowing the human to command the Tuyul. These supernatural entities are then said to bring wealth and prosperity to their human benefactor. They can find hidden treasures, steal from the wealthy without being detected, and bring their loot back to their human. It's a supernatural get-rich-quick scheme of sorts. But as with most things in life, there's a darker side to this folklore. The negative impacts of breastfeeding a Tuyul are quite grim. The Tuyul, being a supernatural entity, drains the life energy of the human who breastfeeds it. This can lead to a wide range of health issues, including chronic fatigue, severe illness, and in some cases, it's said to even shorten the human's lifespan. Moreover, the Tuyul, once bonded with a human, can turn malevolent if not properly handled. It can cause misfortune, accidents, and even bring about the death of loved ones. The Tuyul, in essence, becomes a double-edged sword, bringing both prosperity and potential doom. Whether it's the allure of wealth or the fear of negative repercussions, the folklore surrounding breastfeeding a Tuyul is a captivating blend of risk and reward, of prosperity and peril. While these impacts are steeped in the supernatural, they reveal how deeply rooted such beliefs can be in a society. Moving away from the supernatural, let's consider the psychological implications of such a belief. Believing in something that defies the norms of reality, like breastfeeding a Tuyul, can have profound effects on an individual's psyche. This is not just about the belief in supernatural entities per se, but about the rituals and practices that surround these beliefs. For those partaking in such acts, it's a dance on the tightrope of reality and the unseen world. These individuals may experience a shift in their perception of the world around them, often viewing it through the lens of these supernatural beliefs. This shift can lead to feelings of isolation or alienation, particularly if the individual's beliefs are not shared by those around them. Furthermore, the ritualistic practices associated with these beliefs can be mentally taxing. The act of breastfeeding a Tuyul, for instance, could lead to an obsession, an unhealthy fixation that dominates the person's thoughts and actions. This can be detrimental to their mental health, leading to stress, anxiety, and in some severe cases, delusions or hallucinations. Moreover, the fear or awe associated with these entities can also lead to increased levels of anxiety and paranoia. The individual might live in perpetual fear, constantly on the lookout for signs or warnings from the supernatural world. This heightened state of alertness can be mentally exhausting and can significantly impact the individual's overall well-being. However, we must remember that these psychological effects can vary greatly from person to person. Some may find solace or a sense of purpose in these beliefs, while others may be overwhelmed by them. It's a complex interplay between the individual's personality, their environment, and their interpretation of these supernatural beliefs. As we can see, the psychological impact of such beliefs is profound and far-reaching. Finally, let's consider the societal impact of such practices. The act of breastfeeding a Tuyul, as peculiar as it may sound, can significantly influence societal norms and values. It's a fascinating testament to the power of folklore and superstition in shaping our collective behavior. Culture isn't static. It's an ever-evolving tapestry woven from threads of shared experiences, beliefs, and practices. The Tuyul breastfeeding narrative is one such thread, contributing to the rich cultural fabric of societies where it's prevalent. It reflects the deep-rooted belief in supernatural entities and the power they hold over our lives. It's a testament to the enduring influence of folklore, shaping not just individual behaviors, but also societal norms and values. Superstitions, often dismissed as irrational, play a pivotal role in society. They provide a framework for understanding the world around us, especially the unexplainable aspects of life. The belief in Tuyuls and the act of breastfeeding them can be seen as an attempt to make sense of the unknown. It gives a sense of control over the supernatural, making the world a less scary place. Moreover, such folklore can serve as a social glue, binding communities together. Shared beliefs and practices create a sense of unity, a shared identity. It's a common language that bridges generational gaps, keeping traditions alive and fostering a sense of continuity. However, it's also important to consider the potential adverse effects. These practices can perpetuate fear and mistrust, leading to social isolation for those involved. They can also reinforce gender stereotypes, as women are often the primary caregivers for these supernatural entities. It's a delicate balance between preserving cultural heritage and promoting societal progress. In the end, the act of breastfeeding a Tuyul, though seemingly bizarre, sheds light on the intriguing interplay between folklore, psychology, and society. To wrap things up, let's revisit the main points we've discussed. We began our journey in the intriguing world of supernatural entities, focusing on a unique creature, the Tuyul. We delved into the peculiar act of breastfeeding a Tuyul, a practice deeply rooted in folklore and tradition. From there, we explored the impacts of this act, starting with the supernatural. The fascinating yet eerie consequences of this interaction were brought to light. Next, we turned to the psychological effects, highlighting how such practices can profoundly affect the human psyche, often leading to a complex web of emotions and perceptions. Finally, we examined the societal implications, understanding how these supernatural beliefs and practices shape our communities, often in ways that challenge our norms and expectations. While the supernatural world may be shrouded in mystery and intrigue, it's clear that its influence on our minds and society is anything but mythical.